His gripping books are the things gripping Hollywood movies are made of. Mystic River, Shutter Island, Gone Baby Gone. Now, Dennis Lehane has a new book out. It's called World Gone By, and Dennis joins me. Dennis, it's great to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
So Joe Coughlin's back, gangster son of a Boston cop. We met him as a little boy, and then I want to get this right, and then as a 20-something.
Yep.
Now he's in another place, another frame of his life. What's he doing?
He's 37 now, which in the time period of 1943 would have been middle age. He's a widower with a 10-year-old son, and he is supposedly retired, but really he's an advisor to the Tampa Mafia. But he's also this sort of bridge between them and the upper echelons of Tampa society. He moves in and out with great ease and fluidity between the two.
I've only started this book, I told you last night, so I don't know if I'm allowed to ask this question, or even if I finish, I could ask this question.
Sure.
Is this the end of Joe Coughlin? Are we going to see him anymore or not?
I don't know. I don't know if this is the capper to the
Look
whole
at the
thing.
smile on his face.
I know that I'm on to the next book, and it has nothing to do with the Coughlins or the Lawrences or any of the people I started with.
When was the first? It was 2007, 2008? When was the first Joe
2008,
Coughlin?
give or take.
So when you spend 7 years of your life,
Yeah.
give or take, with this guy,
Yeah.
I mean this sincerely,
Yeah.
Is it hard to give him up? I mean,
no,
he is.
No, usually you're sick of him. Usually,
No, you're not.
I wasn't really too sick of him, but I was kind of like, okay, it's time to. He needs a rest. You know, I need a rest from.
You don't
period.
feel like he's a part of you, like he's a friend of yours?
I do. He is. Yeah.
But
he
you're
is.
sick of him for a while.
No, it's just sort of like it's okay. It's all right. I can put him on the bench for a little bit. You know, I mean, let's take a break.
Most people think, I look at you, we were talking before you came on, most people think your name is Dennis Lehane. I saw your birth certificate. It says Dorchester's own Dennis Lehane.
Is that on the
I
birth
read it
certificate?
actually this morning.
Yeah,
Donald Trump found it for me.
Okay,
That's
that's
how I
excellent.
know.
That's great.
How do you deal with this? You're a Santa Monica kid now. I mean, every one of your bios says born and raised. And I know how important it is to you. How hard is this?
To be on the West
To be a
Coast?
California guy when you're
weird.
a Dorchester kid.
It's really weird. It's really strange. I'm not sure. I'm not there yet. I'll tell you that. It's still. But my kids, they love it.
So is this like an outvoted kind of thing?
Yeah, I was outvoted. I was outgunned, and I have a lot of work there. So it made no fiscal sense for me to say to my family, let's go back to Boston and I'll just be a novelist again, because I am getting so much work there.
If you had Gone Baby Gone, Mystic River, all these Boston-centric things,
yeah,
could you have written them if you didn't live here?
Oh, yeah, because I think you write better when you're homesick.
Really?
I wrote Drink Before the War, my first book, because I was unbelievably homesick. I was in Florida. And so I do well. I've gone back. The next book is set in Boston. I'm writing it from California. I'm thinking about Boston all the time.
What do you miss most about the city?
Attitude.
Really?
Yeah, attitude. I miss it. I miss this sort of dry sense of humor. I miss the you hit the joke and you keep walking. You don't wait for the. I just miss it all. You know, it is really tough for me. I mean, cry me a river. I'm in a beautiful place, doing well for myself. My family's very happy. But
Boardwalk, Empire, the Wire, the whole ton of stuff. Movies, the whole deal.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff in development right now. But having said all that, I came home and I got off the Acela yesterday at Back Bay Station. I walked out and I was home. Damn, I miss it.
You wrote a piece that was one of the most powerful ones, I think, that appeared right after the marathon bomb a couple years ago, Messing with the Wrong City, in the New York Times. Last paragraph, Boston took a punch on Monday, 2 of them actually, that left it staggering for a bit. Flesh proved vulnerable as flesh is wont to do, but the spirit merely trembled before recasting itself into something stronger than any bomb or rage. Now we're reliving these things at the courthouse, the Moakley courthouse.
Yeah.
Is the same thing true about Boston 2 years later?
I think it's true. I think it's true. I don't see, the thing I find really fascinating about this whole case is I've never met a single person from here who refers to them as terrorists. Not one. It doesn't seem like a terrorist act. It seems like a really stupid homicidal act by a couple of knuckleheads. But we don't even deign to give them that level of dignity.
And you like that. Well, obviously the answer is you like that.
Yeah, I love that about this. It's like, we're not impressed. I kind of dig that.
Do you follow it?
Yeah, I do. I've been following it a lot.
For those who are writing, it would have been far better had the government accepted the offer to plead guilty and sentence him to life in prison without parole, and then just have victim impact statements and get this over with. Do they have your support? Are they right?
I haven't really given that aspect of things too much thought, so I don't feel really comfortable commenting on that. I'd have to process that. Intellectually speaking, part of me says yes. I would have to ask myself, and we don't have the time to do it right now, I would have to ask myself what's gained right now by him being on trial every day. I asked myself that when they published the note the other day. What are we getting?
Note from the boat, you mean?
Yeah, what are we getting from this? yes, okay, we're getting insight into a psyche, but is it a terribly interesting psyche? I mean, that's part of my question.
It's great to have you back in town, by the way.
Wow, thanks.
It really is.
Thanks a lot.
One of the great writers of our time.